files also. This code here @app.root and methods equal to get and post, it will return to the home page. Now we'll define a function named index. So initially, as we run the app, it will set it to get and it will show the index.html file. And as soon as we upload the file here, the file for classification, it will run the post command. And the post command, I have run all the same commands that we have run in the Google Colab. Like, we will resize and save the uploaded image. We will resize and save the original image. We'll read uploaded images as array and do a grayscale, and then we find out the structural similarities. We will also calculate the threshold and contours as I have already told you in Jupyter Notebook. We'll save these contours into CNTS variable using imutils. And then we will use these contours to make a bounding rectangle using cv2.rectangle function. We have already completed this in the Google Colab. We have already seen what all this do. Now let's see if we need to save all these outputs. So we'll use cv and we save these generated files into a path that is set for the generated file variable. Here we'll return the render template, which is index.html, and we will return the prediction here. This is the main function which will allow our app to run. So this completes our views.py file. Now let's see the index file. So this index file is an HTML file which is used to design the front end of our app. You need to have a basic knowledge of HTML and CSS to design this. Here you can see that I have set the title of our project. I have linked the reference to materialize.css. We are using the materialize.css. So you need to get familiar with materialize.css, and also you should know how HTML works. All these functions are related to HTML, setting the body of the app, setting the navigations, creating divisions, containers. You can go through this and you can design it on your own also. So this is how I have designed this app on my end. You can change this and set it according to your design. Now let's see what are some of the other files that we will be using to create this app. Here in the static folder, we can see the CSS, the generated folder we have created, the JS file, the JavaScript, the original files, and the uploaded ones. Other than that, the most important files to run this app or to deploy this app are the proc file. So in this proc file, we can see that it will tell that this is a web app, and this unicorn app will run the app.py file, and we have set the timeout as 60 seconds for response. Similarly, this requirements file is also very important. It will tell what are all the requirements for this app, for this project. We can do this manually by typing all the requirements that we have along with their versions. Other than that, you can go to command prompt, go to the folder where this is stored. Like, let me show you. If you go to the Anaconda command prompt and you go to the folder where you have this project, you can run this command pip reqs, and it will create the requirements file in that particular folder, which will contain all the requirements for that project. As you can see here, I have already created it. So it successfully saved my requirement file in the same folder with the requirements.txt. Other than that, I have created a readme file, which are the steps to run